The man just grabbed his spider web and shocked Miss Tang on the spot because the man caught one of the 10 poisonous things in the Central Plains, the human-faced spider. It can change the appearance of any woman in the world. Just put your finger in your mouth and inhale a little oxygen. But there are 2 conditions before changing the appearance. The first point is that you must have seen this woman. The second point is that this woman must be the most beautiful woman. If you think all the women in the world are not beautiful, that human-faced spider will become a black face without a face. 10 minutes ago, I confronted the human-faced spider. I cleverly used my skills to get close to it and then let the centipede bite its neck. After I convinced it to prepare for a study, the woman suddenly fell from the sky. Her feet were heavily kicked on my face. This made my face numb, and I only felt the burning pain on my face. Then my body flew out and fell hard on the tree trunk. The woman thought the demon was going to attack me, but she didn't expect that the kick just now was so heavy. At this time, I was about to see that it was too difficult for me. My eyes were filled with fear. Under the moonlight, 10 minutes passed gradually. In these 10 minutes, I explained everything to the woman. This made her understand the current situation. She was embarrassed to tell me she thought I was bewitched by the centipede. I'm really sorry. But she didn't know that to some extent, I was really bewitched by it because this spider looked very cute to me and its hair was very soft. After a while, the woman asked me seriously if I felt uncomfortable. I was curious why she asked me that. It turned out that the fog that was filled in the forest just now was released by this spider. If a man sucks it in, he will lose consciousness. She was scared at first, so she ran out of the fog and then came back in. But I didn't feel it at all. This also made me understand that the villagers must have been disturbed by these fogs. It seems that this is a kind of information that the spider has released. So I took a picture of the spider's hair and asked my wife what kind of poison it was. It was so powerful. As a result, my wife was very flustered. She said she didn't know either. After all, there are so many poisons, it's impossible for her to remember all of them. But her actions made me stunned. I don't know. Why are you so flustered? It doesn't matter if you have a bad grade. At this time, we heard a voice. Turn around and look. It turned out to be released by Miss Nangong Tend on a tree. This shocked me. I forgot the existence of this woman. I was just admiring the spider. When I saw this scene, we put it down in a hurry. Fortunately, this Nangong En didn't die. He was just disturbed by the spider. The next step is to find Nangong She. As long as the fog in the mountain is gone, we can find him. After a while, I tied the spider's hair to him. This spider must not die. I'm going to take him back to Tongman and then confirm his identity. Maybe it's an unexpected poison. My wife was naive at this time, but she didn't say anything. At this time, there was a sound. Turn around and look. It turned out to be released by Nangong She, running over quickly. He saw Nangong An on the ground and immediately showed a shocking expression. He thought his sister was dead. At a glance, he saw the spider behind us, and the spider's appearance looked exactly like him. This made him sad. You monster actually hurt my sister and ruined my reputation. I'll kill you here today. Suddenly, Nangong She shook his wrist and let his sword come out. This made me extremely panic. I shouted immediately, "Miss Nangong She, please calm down." The speed of seeing Nangong She didn't slow down at all. I rushed up immediately. I cut my arms and blocked Nangong She's body. I told him not to be so impulsive. This spider is still useful. It can't die here. However, Nangong She experienced the pain of death at this time. He didn't listen to me at all. He just kept asking me to step aside or else he wouldn't be polite to me. But how could I let this spider? It's of great significance to me. I must take it back and study it carefully. So I said firmly that I caught this spider, so it's mine. No one can touch it. After hearing this, my wife was stunned. Do you want to see what you're talking about? The spider's current appearance is Nangong She. At this time, Nangong She was very angry. Then his eyes opened. You are my friend's lovers, so I respect you. But if you stop me today, I won't be polite to you." When Nenggongshe said this, there was a cold light in his eyes, proving that he was really angry. His temperament made me look cold. Anyway, this spider can't be killed by him. Instead, my wife calmed down. She said to Nenggongshe that his sister was still alive. She didn't die. She's just passed out. When he saw it, my wife took advantage. "I understand your feeling, but once the spider died, the image he imitated would disappear, so it became something else. In this way, your grievance can no longer be washed away." My wife took a look at the spider's back and let Nenggongshe think about it. The most important thing is to take the spider back. Let everyone witness that you're wrong. One more thing is that whether you catch the spider or exchange it with you, and the one who saved Miss Nengong's life is my lover. He helped you to prove your innocence. No matter what you say, you shouldn't be so impulsive. To apologize to him. After hearing what my wife said, Nenggongshe's mood calmed down a lot. In fact, he also felt that he was a little impulsive just now, so he took up his sword to apologize to me. He not only didn't remember my favor, but also made such a low-level mistake. What my wife said made me point my finger at him. If you weren't there, I'd be in danger. After the misunderstanding was resolved, the only thing left was to deal with the spider. I slapped the spider's head. It looked pretty cute. I had to take it back to the Tong family and study it carefully. But when he heard this, Nenggongshe's heart was beating fast. "You said he was cute? Isn't that just saying he was cute?" So his face turned red in an instant. "How dare you say that? What should Miss Haiyan do in the future? I can't marry you." My wife's face was speechless. "You misunderstood her just now. She meant the spider." Seeing Nenggongshe misunderstood her, my wife felt the need to explain. Otherwise, it might be difficult to explain later. She just said the spider was cute. It not only had a soul, but very soft hair, and it had a special ability. That's why she said the spider was cute. I heard a lot of words from her. I didn't know what they were talking about because I wasn't paying attention to them. The next morning, I took the spider to Nenggongshe's house. When Nenggongshe's master saw the spider's eyes, he began to draw his own sword. He wanted to clean up the injustice for his daughter. But I persuaded him. He was really affectionate. They must have a daughter. Their personalities are so similar. Nenggongshe's master extended a hand to thank me. "Young warrior Wee, thank you so much. You have saved the lives and reputation of my 2 daughters. Nenggongshe's family will never forget this favor." Just do as you wish. I took this opportunity to explain to you. I won't be polite to him. So I was busy talking about this spider. I was going to take it away, go back and study it. But there's one thing that Nenggongshe's master cares about. His suspicion is also in the hands of everyone. That is, the face of this spider is still his precious daughter. What should I do? Nenggongshe's master doesn't want to pay attention to his daughter's appearance being taken away, so he hopes I can change my appearance. I touched my chin for a moment. It looks like I got the right to belong, but the problem of portrait rights hasn't been solved yet, but I don't know what to do. After all, I don't know this spider. I heard the noise behind me. I looked around. I found a few people making noise at the gate. I quickly ran to the door to ask the leader of the band what happened. It turned out to be the noise of the gate. These people were sucked away by this spider before. I hope the master can kill this spider immediately. So the leader of the band argued with them. "You have to pay attention to what you say. This spider was caught by the Tang family. Are you being rude to the Tang family now?" I praise him for doing a good job. But since the misunderstanding has been solved, the people who should see it have seen it. Don't let anyone in later. So Nengong's guards drove everyone out of the door. But at this time, there was an old man's figure appearing here. The old man reached out his hand. He begged Nengong's guards to let him in to take a look at the spider. But this was difficult for Nengong's guards. After all, the leader has an order. He can't let anyone in again. The noise of the gate again caught my attention. I didn't expect this old man to go so far just to take a look at this spider. It's kind of hard. So I was in a hurry to open my mouth. "You let him in. I'm here. Anyway, this person is not bad." After a while, the old man stood in front of the spider and stared at him. His eyes were full of tears. His eyes revealed his eyes on his family. The old man turned his head and asked me how I was going to deal with this spider. Is it really like what others say? Catch it and kill it? I said, don't get me wrong. Because he cherishes it very much, so I'm going to take it back and keep it well. Except for the strange food, in fact, it's just a normal spider. What is destined by God cannot be changed, so it's not his fault. After hearing my words, the old man smiled. It was the first time he heard someone say that. If it were me, I should be able to believe it completely. Then he pulled off the rope on the spider. This move was a bit of a shock to us behind. I just wanted to shout, "Old man, it's too dangerous for you to do this." As a result, the words stopped. Suddenly, I only saw that the old man didn't care about the blood on the top. It's the spider head under the touch of love. I didn't expect the spider to have a reaction. He smiled at the old man. It made me sigh. I said, how do I feel so familiar? Turns out he's the same as me. From his behavior, I can see that we are of the same kind. We don't usually pay too much attention to flowers and grass. We only pay attention to the poison we like. So he must have the same hobby as me. This is what the old man said slowly. His name is Yahweh. He used to have a pet. Back then, due to a plague, the old man lost all his family, so he became depressed. But one day, he found a big spider, so he lived with it. This spider would sleep on the old man's bed every day. It's been more than 20 years. When it was young, it could feed on oxygen, but when it was old, it couldn't provide oxygen. So one night, the spider disappeared. It apologized to us. I didn't expect to cause such a big trouble. It's all his fault. He was in a hurry. What should I do in the future? I didn't expect to meet me and take him in, so he was relieved. I bowed to him. I will take good care of him in the future. Don't worry. The old man said with tears in his eyes, I can't take care of you in the future. After all, my father is old. You just live with this young man. I didn't expect the human-faced spider to shed tears. This should be the eyes of humans. If you want the pet to be so tolerant and respond to human feelings, you must spend a lot of time alone. It seems like the old man really treats the spider as his daughter. So in order not to let them part, I invited the old man to go to the tank gate with me. In this case, we could be together forever. But the old man raised his hand and said no. But thank you for inviting me. But at my age, I can't stand such a long separation. What's more, his family is all here. How can he leave? After hearing his words, I understood. But can you tell me the experience of raising spiders? After all, this is the first time I have raised such a spider. And what I'm most curious about is how to send oxygen to the spider. The old man raised his hand and put his finger in the spider's mouth. In this way, oxygen can be sent. In addition, you can sleep together and also send oxygen. After the old man has sent the oxygen, the spider will become what the host of oxygen thinks is the most beautiful. At the next moment, the spider turned from the appearance of Nangang Sui to a strange woman. She looks very beautiful. Her temperament is not inferior to Nangang Sui at all. And this woman is the old man's wife. It's just that she's been dead for many years. The old man asked me to put my finger in the spider's mouth and try it. Then the spider took a bite and absorbed some of the oxygen. Then her voice began to emit red light. It seems to be changing her body. I'm looking forward to it. I predict it should be my wife, but my relationship only lasted 2.5 seconds. I was completely shocked on the spot. What the hell is this?